Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things, y'all. I just want to say, I appreciate my subscribers so much. All of the old subscribers, all the new subscribers, all the future subscribers. As we continue to go up, I want you guys to know that you all mean a lot to me. I appreciate what we're doing over on this channel as we continue to go up. Make sure you go and subscribe to my other channels, Real Talk with Tamara 2, TOO, and Real Talk with Tamara backup page, because I got some things coming for that page also, okay? I wanted to talk about Chief Davis, of course. Everyone had been, keeping an eye on Chief Davis because Memphis has a new mayor and wondering, what was going to happen with that. As far as Chief Davis, I was never hard on Chief Davis because I understand that Chief Davis does not run the city, the police department, okay? No police chief has never, ever single handedly ran the police department. They always had to get permissions or do whatever the mayor said do. They make them like the team lead, basically. They like the team lead, I'll say that. The police director is. But the mayor ultimately runs the police department because the mayor appoints and all of that, right? But whoever the police director is, they work at the pleasure of the elected official that ultimately appoints them, right? And so now I see, she's been very quiet. I've never seen Chief Davis out in the community. Okay. And I'm sure she went out in the community because she don't know anything about the Memphis community. But I think she's been in Memphis for a couple years now. And I would love to see any woman do well. That's the type of person that I am. But I believe in being proactive. If a woman can do the job, uh, hey, I'm all for it. I'm rooting for it. If they have the tenacity and the drive to do the job and the ambition, that's good. As well as the skills, right? Um, but if a man has more qualifications and has the exact same thing with more qualifications with a better vision, then even though I wish my sister well and I want to see my sister do well, then I have to go with the vision. I have to go with who has the better vision as well as equal qualifications or whatever. Even if the qualifications is less, if they have a better vision that's going to have better results, it's all about the bottom line, whether it's a man or a woman, black or white. Okay. And so now what I see what Chief Davis is doing, bless her little heart. I'm sure everything is up in smoke right now. She don't really know what Paul Young is going to do. My guess is that he's going to keep her probably until her contract is up. Um, but I see her, she probably is unsure. She's out in the community, she's doing motivational speeches, and that's all fine. I feel like motivation is great. I'm a motivational person. I do motivational situations all the time, and I don't consider myself a speaker. But people say all the time, hey, I guess we all are in some sense. But people don't want to be motivated. They want some action. Okay, that's the motivation when they start to see this crime and stuff cleaned up in the community, right? And so I'm sure she's doing that to make herself more visible and more appealing to people because she knows that the people will demand that the mayor keeps her, right? Now, we haven't seen Chief Davis out doing anything. Okay. She's normally not out in the community. And I'm glad the sister was up there motivating. But I don't like it when I feel like the politicians are playing the people. Because at this point, even though she's an appointed, not elected official, I feel like she's playing the people. She's wanting to be more appealing. She's wanting for the trying to get the what's the word? She's trying to win the people over because she know it is the politicians ultimately want to if it's enough people, do what the people say. If they say, well, we want to keep her, that's a good woman, don't get rid of her. The politicians ultimately don't want to make the people mad because they know that they got to go back to the people, especially the people in the church, and get their votes, right? Like I said, I want to read what they said. They said Chief Davis delivered a powerful message. So I guess she preaching now at New Olivet Baptist Church today as the guest speaker for their Leading Ladies Leaving Legacies Women's Day celebration. Chief discussed leaving a lasting legacy and the following principles: the power of influence, nurturing future generations, faithfulness and service, embracing compassion and justice. Okay. Okay. That's good. You know, some and I'm looking at what people are saying in the comments. They said, did she mention anything about her failure as a director and the part she played in the operation? Oh well, you know what, when people get to talking about the Scorpion unit, okay, the Scorpion unit, okay, is they always have um I'm trying to read those comments to see what the Memphians are saying. A lot of them probably aren't even Memphians. Okay. They always have specialized units, whether it's Scorpion unit or not. That's just the name of a unit. They'll change the name of it. They've had the jump and grab. The Scorpion unit they've had the jump and grab. They've had, believe it or not, OCU is a unit. They got the FBI unit that works strictly directly with the FBI on gangs and things of that nature. They have all of those little units. The Scorpion unit, it's just another unit, and it consisted of a bunch of officers um, that ultimately did something that they should not have done, right? And that was what they did to Tyree Nichols. I've always said that was heinous, that was wrong, okay? Um, but I always say, as far as me, it's not the Scorpion unit, because the Scorpion unit can go on and they can put other officers there. It does not mean that they're going to be like the officers that have now been indicted, right? Because everybody is different and it could be a successful unit. It has everything to do with the human being. And Chief Davis knows nothing about Memphis. Chief Davis could not have even started that Scorpion unit had she not gotten the approval of the mayor, or had not been told or been coached, by the mayor, right? So everything kind of has always fallen at his feet. She's talking about leaving legacies, and I think that's a good thing, you know, to talk about leaving a legacies. I think she should think about that before she take jobs where, and all women should think about that, where they take before they take jobs where they are a figurehead to do whatever it is that people in the background want them to do. Okay, I'm all about women empowerment. I don't necessarily have anything against Chief Davis, because I know Chief Davis don't know a darn thing about Memphis. I don't understand Chief Davis ain't making no decisions. Okay, when you know the politics of Memphis, you know what it is, and that's what I know for a fact. It ain't what I heard; it's what I know. Okay. This person says, even of this incompetent lady, her legacy is doing nothing to combat crime for the past 2 to 3 years. Hope new mayor fires her day one, and we can get a better police chief that can handle the job. She is all talk, no action. She gets 243,000 a year doing nothing except talk, talk, talk. Okay. They said, well, I hope it was be careful who you get pregnant by, because Memphis needs fathers in the homes. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. They said, girl, get up out of them church with all church. She said, girl, get up out of them folks' church with all that. Practice what you preach, love. They said, nice speech, but action is required. They said, well, yes, nice speech, but how about throwing them criminals in jail? Okay, so, hey, people have a right to be mad because of all the crime, but they need to be mad at more than Chief Davis. They put Chief Davis there to take the fall. Okay, and they felt like the blow would be softer if it was a black woman because Memphis is a majority black city. Right. But this crime is so out of control, people are gonna have to start looking at all of the major components, such as the mayor, such as the lawmakers, which would be the Congress. You got to look at the governor. You got to look at all of these lawmakers that's making it easy. You got to learn government for these criminals to go to jail and get out. You got to look at the city council for not for certain things as far as money. You got to look at your county mayor. You got to look at your commissioners. You got to look at all of that. Okay? Your state representatives. Because it seems like to me, all of these people are working together to enable all of this crime so that they can get grants and redistribute the money in other places and steal the money. That is what is going on. Okay. So I don't dog the sister out. The only thing that makes me mad about Chief Davis is that as another black woman, we're supposed to have some pride. And what I mean by this, that is we supposed to have pride. If I can't take this job knowing that Memphis is a majority African American community and actually run it and actually be of help to the black community, which is what she is in, and not be a figurehead and do what I'm told to do just for the money and to say I had the position. Because see, people don't care no more. It's all about the position. I was the chief. I the chief, even though you ain't even running nothing. Okay. As another black woman, and Chief Davis is smart. She's supposed to have pride. Chief Davis has been put in she's been chief in other cities. Okay, where she has taken the heat and had to do when folks said she was covering up, she was doing what them folks told her to do to keep for the city from getting lawsuits. And she's okay with looking like that for the money, right? Because when I tell you, ain't no police chief running nothing, it's the mayor that runs it. Okay. So that's why when people get to talking about that, even that police chief down there in Houston, that mayor stood behind him because he's a seasoned politician and that police chief was up under a lot of stress. And although I believe he is crooked, he's a good Negro. Okay. Even though you got a cuckabug head mayor over Houston, he get ready to go soon too. I believe he termed out. But you have to look at him because you better believe he could stand back and look innocent because he's a seasoned politician, because he was a state representative or something before he was the mayor for many years in Houston. That police chief still got to do what he say. Okay. Trust me, he could do nothing unless the mayor approved of it, and he could stand back there and look innocent. And they ain't gonna put nobody there that ain't gonna be no bobblehead. That means their head gonna bobble, anything they say. Oh, absolutely, You can't have no kickback. So a strong woman like me would never be good for a position like that. Because I'm gonna say, well, this is my plan. Well, I thought you put me here to make a difference. Oh, well, let me question. Let me ask you this: why are we doing this? You can't be like that. You can't be objective. Okay. You can't have no kickback. You got to be a bobblehead. And so that's the reason why, as Black people, I get very disappointed in Black people that I see doing that, consistently allowing folks to use them. Because anytime you want to do something to the Black community and want to keep them oppressed, you get a cuckabug head Negro that just want position and status and put them there. Because they can get away with in the Black community what a white person can't get away with. And the power brokers have figured that out. Well, we put a black woman here. She's a black woman. The women to be proud, and then they ain't gonna go that hard on a black woman. We put her here to do the dirty work. And they could get things. They way more dangerous than a white person. They way more dangerous. Okay. But yeah, she doing motivation in the community. Don't nobody want to hear about no damn motivation. They want this crime cleaned up. That's what they want. So what they need to be trying to do is actively recruit more good officers and raise the criteria back up so that people can stop infiltrating the department. Raise the criteria back up because those Scorpion unit officers had not even been on long enough to even be in a unit like that. You have to put old heads that understand on, not a bunch of officers with piss and vinegar in them still. Okay. What about coax? How come they ain't back out? What about community policing? They ain't trying to do that. So what needs to happen is, when I talk about people need to know government, they need to be at the city council and all of them that approve these funds so that they can get more funding and allocate, because the funding comes in. Memphis is so crime ridden. They getting all types of grants. And that DA letting folks go like 40 going up. I don't know. Hey, I have to say, I thought he would do better, but it seems like to me he was put there with an agenda. And before people get to say, yeah, because they put him there so he could let young golf killers go. Damn you. I can't stand for people to do stuff like that. I ain't talking about that. He couldn't let them go even if he tried with all that evidence. The feds ain't gonna play with him. He a fool. He no damn fool. He'll end up in federal prison. But yeah, Chief Davis is doing motivational speaking, okay? And people don't want to hear what you got to say, not unless you're doing what you're supposed to do in the position that you are in. People don't want to. They don't want to hear what you got to say unless they feel like you care. And I think a lot of Memphians feel like she don't care. But the truth of the matter is, she got to do what them folks tell her to do. And she don't mind doing it, because when her term is over, she's going right back to Atlanta, where her real home is, or North Carolina, wherever she's from. She don't care. She just came to hijack the city and do a job. And that was to be a bobblehead, which is why she's gotten so many chief positions, I feel. And I ain't trying to be down on the sister, but I have to call it like it is. Okay? Because you have to be docile. Okay? But hey, I hope she motivated herself too. I do. I hope she motivated herself and push harder, if she actually got a plan to help make the Memphis community better. Okay? As far as with crime, they need to enforce it. They're gonna have to take care of the good officers better. Why she say, people don't like for me to talk about the police. I almost said something, but I ain't gonna say it because I done got better. I almost said F you, for those who got an issue with it. Okay. But you got to take care of the good officers. If you take care of the good officers going to take care of the community. Ain't nobody going to get out there and protect and serve, and then they ain't going to be backed. And it's a gamble now, especially if they're going to come back home to their family or not. You got to take care of them good officers, and then hire more good officers. And by doing that is vetting them better and raising the criteria back up instead of getting stuff out the sewer now. Okay. But she over there motivational speaking. Lady, get back over there down there and stand up. You got Paul Young. Paul Young I like Paul Young. I went to his parents' church. They're good people. So I'm sure, she ain't got to be as fearful no more. She can come to the table with some ideas with Paul Young, and I believe he gonna listen. So she ain't got to be docile no more. As a matter of fact, it's time to be redeemed. You ain't even got to be no bobblehead. Okay? And if they require that you continuously be a bobblehead, resign. That's where the pride come in. Okay? But anyways, you guys, I just had to put my little 2 cents in on that, child. But I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. Talk with you guys later.